Greetings, denizens of the tri-state area. Jacob Weil here.
And Blue Dragon 5.
And Dragon, I know what we're gonna do today. That's right. With the revival of my favorite cartoon, Phineas and Ferb, officially upon us, Dragon and I are once again firing up the Recap-inator and discovering this series anew, and hopefully making new summer memories along the way. Today's episodes are Dinner Reservations and Bread Bowl Hot Tub. We finally made it, Dragon.
Yeah, we finally got there.
We finally got to the Bread Bowl Hot Tub.
Yeah.
But first, let's talk about another food-related episode with Dinner Reservations. I know you're gonna have a soft spot for this one.
Yes.
All right, because this episode features Monty and Vanessa going to dinner with their dads.
I love everything about this.
I'm sure you do.
It's basically Phineas and Ferb doing a Frasier episode, and I love it.
Why don't you elaborate?
Well, I mean, Frasier was built on like one of the originals that did like the comedic misunderstanding. And it was always like a fancy dinner or a dinner party of some kind that just went awry, and you'd have misunderstanding comedy. And I know this is not verbatim misunderstanding comedy, with the idea of just the over the top animosity and all that kind of stuff, and like the frantic the bathroom gag. It's in terms of like them kind of like you got to help me out kind of conversation. Very Frasier to a T, but just with all the Phineas and Ferb trappings with the Doofenshmirtz stuff.
It's amazing how many how varied our comparisons can get with our connections. Like we're doing Frasier one week, we're doing Freakazoid another, sometimes within the same episode.
Well, speaking of Freakazoid, there's also a little bit of the dinner of Dexter's Date. The season 2, which by the way, I actually, I don't think it's available yet, but it should be coming to Tubi. Freakazoid.
Tubi.
Or not Tubi. Right now it's not Tubi, but soon it will be Tubi.
You know what else isn't Tubi yet?
Shaolin Showdown.
Shaolin Showdown.
Not yet, but right now we get Kids Next Door, though, which I am binging through.
Kids Next Door is a plus, and I've been watching through Jackie Chan Adventures, which, to be fair, was not part of the drop, but I'm still enjoying it nonetheless.
I will. No, Jackie Chan, you're definitely going to want to watch. I mean, you've seen all of it before, haven't you? Or just like never, or what?
I've seen like the first 3 seasons of it. I think I've seen like some of 4 and 5.
Well, you should stick to your binge on that because the whole leaving soon business. Now they clarified that mistakenly they have listed all the new stuff they just added, all the Cartoon Network stuff is leaving, even as it says newly released and leaving. So that is a glitch. So it eventually it will leave. It won't be there forever, but not this month. It's not going to go by the end of the month, which would be ridiculous. Like you just added it to get rid of it. What's wrong with you?
Yep.
I imagine this whole HBO Max Paramount thing might have a role in it, so it might end up going there, which is going to suck for binging it, but
Yeah.
Paramount's app sucks. No joke. I was just random aside. I was watching through this awesome thing on Netflix, oddly, which is called Titans: The Rise of Hollywood. It's about the history of Hollywood and the foundation, like how the original studios came about, and like the narrator is the guy who created Paramount.
Ooh.
And and he's really cool. And I just kept wanting to scream to my television and said, "If you only lived long enough to see how much your app sucks."
You're talking about the person who founded Paramount?
Yeah. Well, again, I guess the guy who ended up taking over Paramount. So I guess he eventually ran. He was the guy who ran Paramount, but he did like a corporate takeover kind of move. But he essentially founded Paramount.
Like back in 1912.
Yes, that guy. That's what this Netflix thing's about. It's about all the originals, like Carl Laemmle founding Universal, him founding Paramount. There's the I think it was William Fox, the guy who had ran Fox, and MGM, and you get the idea.
I mean, before it merged into 20th Century Pictures.
Exactly.
So apparently Paramount. Which one was it about? Because Paramount had 3 founders.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This guy, he basically ousted the rest of whoever maybe. I forget if he coined the name Paramount, because I think what happened was Paramount was a thing, and then this guy, our narrator, took over. Like he was, he basically found a way to take over Paramount. So initially, he seized control from somebody. So I guess that means he didn't initially found Paramount, but he basically made Paramount.
I'm talking about like is it Zucker?
Yeah, that guy. That's the one.
Adolf Zucker.
That's him. Yeah, that's him.
All right.
So he's the narrator, and he was really good in it too. I thought, because they have the older version of Zucker as the narrator, and we cut back to the younger version of Zucker. It's kind of like it's a documentary, but it has like kind of like the recreations are almost like it's almost like a prototype for a biopic. It's not really developed or like its own story, but it's it's pretty much just reenactments of what happened.
Huh, sounds nice. Sounds fun.
Anyway, point being, it was good, and you have the guy that founded Paramount. Every time I see that, I was like, oh man, if you only knew how much it's gone downhill. Content's great. Content's great on Paramount. Just the presentation.
Presentation
leaves a little to be desired. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So what is good on Paramount? I've heard good things about various things, but we can talk about that later. We're getting bogged down.
Yeah.
So and technically Frasier is a Paramount property, so there is that.
Like I said, it's got great stuff. Just watching it is a chore, but it's good stuff.
Yeah.
And again, eventually, God knows what's happening with this stupid deal right now. It's going to Netflix, it's going to Paramount. Who knows? Whatever you want to say about it. Eventually, when the stuff leaves Tubi, if it goes there, then I'll have even more great stuff.
Yeah, who knows?
Hopefully, they won't axe it like the Nickelodeon stuff, like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Disney keeps a lot of their stuff on there.
That's true. They've only had one purge, so
they did get rid of some stuff, but they're not as like notorious for it as some of the others are.
True.
So the boys are doing chores.
Yes. So it's a very, very B-plot Phineas and Ferb story. They have drones doing the chores. And they do not cause mass destruction in London. They just they untangle Christmas lights.
I don't know, like these drones don't attack Spider-Man.
Yeah, they don't ruin Spider-Man's life like those stupid drones did. And again, worst scene in any of those 3 new Spider-Man movies, soon to be 4, was that drone scene on the bus. Still, it's like the worst part of Far From Home. Easily, anyway. But admittedly, though, I do like seeing that Flash Thompson get punched in the face. I just wish it was a little harder, but we're just going to move on from there. The point being, the drones. So the drones are untangling Christmas lights because Buford's
Uncle Oslo.
Which we have a hilarious deep cut joke in this moment, by the way. I wonder if you picked up on it.
Like, well, Uncle Oslo has been mentioned previously in the whole car wash thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying with the car wash thing. When we go to the car wash, the music that plays, it's not the exact song, but
it sounds a lot like What Is Love?
Yep, which is from like the Night the Roxbury sketch from SNL.
Yep, and if like Buford, Belgie, and Isabella were all into it.
Yep. I thought that was hilarious, doing an SNL parody on.
Yep.
Yeah.
When modern SNL is hit or miss, 99% of the time missed.
Well, no, this is not modern SNL, Jacob.
I know. I'm just saying. My point is, like, it's nice to see a reference to classic, actually funny SNL.
You're right about that. Yeah.
So, I did have a point with what I was saying.
Yeah.
So apparently Buford's mother asked Uncle Oslo to
She doesn't ask him; she pays him.
So she pays him to put up Christmas decorations. However, she never has them taken down, so he just keeps putting up more every year.
Yep, until the garage just completely collapsed into this giant tangle ball. Basically, it's like it's like untangling the Griswold's house after Christmas vacation.
Yeah, nobody wants to untangle the Christmas lights.
Least of all, Rusty. Russ. Oh, there he is. But yeah.
Yep. So we already have some comments. Oh, Dad, at least long last we have arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all headbanging? Oh,
There was some light headbanging, yeah.
But yes, they were.
That's why I'm convinced it's not the Roxbury.
And they had sunglasses too.
That too.
The wiki even explicitly mentions the parody of Night of the Roxbury. So.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Well, it's a fan wiki, so it's not like the creator's saying it's a reference, but it pretty much definitely is a reference to Night at the Roxbury. And dang it, Carl, we need more cowbell.
Dang it, Carl, we need more cowbell. Look at my mustache, Carl. What do you think?
Carl, I have a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Now, don't make me do my arm farts. They're very funny. Bears really like them. I don't know why. They just like the arm farts.
Does he actually say that?
Well, I mean, he doesn't say arm farts, but he does. He does the actual arm farts. So
I haven't seen that skit in years.
Well, no, it's from the Country Bears movie.
Oh, I haven't seen the Country
Bears. That's what I'm saying. So he is the bad guy in the Country Bears movie, and it's actually a pretty dramatic, silly but dramatic plot point where he attacked one of the Country Bears, like hit him with a chair when they won over his stupid arm farts, and his whole thing is like, I'm going to demolish Country Bear Hall. Like, oh no, Country Bear Hall. Like, that was his whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, where are we going from there? Okay, anyway, so the point being, we have a giant ball to untangle, which the drones do, and the drones with all the Christmas lights would make quite the light show, and in fact, it does.
Yeah, it's actually pretty standard plot for them.
But the real question, Jacob, is where's Baljeet?
He's in the ball.
Yep.
It's so Christmassy in here.
All right, so
Uncle Ted says, and thus we got the Muppets.
Yeah.
I would love to see Christopher Walken as a villain in a Muppet movie.
Well, I mean, we got pretty close. I mean, Chris Cooper. I mean,
Chris Cooper. Yeah, he was pretty close.
It was close.
Yep.
Now, Christopher Walken was going to appear in a Muppet movie. It would have been Muppets from Space.
Or Muppets Most Wanted.
Yeah, probably, Kermit. Amy's screaming.
Oh, God.
And, he'd be like, Gonzo, your nose. I like it.
I like how curved it is.
The curve, Gonzo.
I can just grab onto it and pull.
You remember the Animaniacs guy, Christopher Walken, don't you?
Not really.
With Christopher Walken slowly eating a sandwich, and it was like Jeff Bennett doing his Christopher Walken as he was just slowly eating this. It was flawless.
Remember, speaking of which, he also did the Christopher Walken stuff in Dave the Barbarian.
Yeah, he did. I'd buy that.
As Twinkle the Marvel Horse, remember?
Yeah, no, you're right. I remember. I forgot the name of the horse.
I had a dream again with the penguins and a mallet. Anyway, so the boys decide to untangle the drones fairly quickly and then put on a pretty neat light show with it.
Okay, so forget that plot. Let's talk about what's important, Jacob.
Well, Monty and Vanessa are preparing for a dinner date.
So, of course, I love me some, as much as I love Vanessa and Ferb, I love me some Vanessa and Monty. It's a real Sophie's choice we're going to face in the future at some point. But I love these two crazy kids. Seth Green is so darn charming as Monty, and I just melt for it. I love it.
There aren't a lot of, maybe I'm just my limited media intake. Well, but since Green doesn't really get a lot of opportunities to show his more charming side.
No, he doesn't, and that's what I'm saying. This is like, he's so rarely do you see that with Monty. You finally get it. He's so darn charming.
Yep.
And yeah, so they have great chemistry, and they're basically going to finally. So it's been built up for a while. They're finally going to just admit like they're in a relationship to their fathers over a nice dinner in a very Frasier-esque situation.
Yep, and Doof promises Vanessa not to bring an inator to the restaurant
because it's already there. It's the turn the
turn the table-inator.
Yeah, turn the table. It's the turn the table-inator.
Like, behold, the turn the table. Actually, this is just a diagram.
I love that diagram bit.
Yep.
So the idea is the diagram, as he explains from the diagram, which explains the norm.
Actually, it's the table turninator. Never mind.
So it is okay. So that's why I hesitate, because I wrote here's the thing. I had like a dash, but I had a bit of a line going under the dash. So I thought it was like like short for the. So it's just the turntable-inator.
The table turninator.
Oh, sorry, the table turninator. Yes.
So it's basically what he did.
I spun it around. Do you see what I did there?
Like I spun it around. You see, we're gonna be doing Christopher Walken all night, aren't we?
I'll get you your walking papers.
Good Dragon. You know what my favorite closet is?
What?
It's a walk-in closet.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Say the pun again.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's a walk-in closet. All right. Yeah. So Doofenshmirtz's plan is it's a pedal. It's basically operated by pedal.
Mm-hmm.
And he plans to basically get the good food because
he calls that all the tiny restaurant portions that he's always sick of.
Yep. This is not the first time Phineas and Ferb has critiqued fancy restaurants having small portions.
they would have a field day with the bear.
If you remember, another episode you were really fond of was Shea Platypus.
I love that one. Yep,
and they had the same critique there. Like Phineas is like I need glasses to see my entree because it's so small. So yeah. So I think Dan and Swampy are saying something about fancier restaurants.
Oh, they're right. Fancy restaurants are overpriced and cheap with the portions.
You pay for the atmosphere, Dragon.
Oh, pay for the atmosphere, my foot. Come on.
I know. I'd rather go to one of those greasy spoon diners any day of the week.
Yeah.
They're not healthy, but they're delicious.
Well, yeah.
And you get the bang for your buck.
Hey, look, I like a nice restaurant, but I don't need the lights dimmed. Can we not have the candlelit table? Can we just have a good lighting?
Oh yeah. I think steakhouses actually strike a fine balance where you get a good portion, but you also get the atmosphere.
Mm.
At least what I've seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fancy dinner. Doof realizes that Vanessa...
It's a nice restaurant. Do you remember what the name of the restaurant is, Jacob?
The Fork of Destiny.
Which is great. It reminds me of the Fork in the Road gag.
Pretty much.
All right. So also before that, we have the Quirky Worky song with lyrics.
Yeah, but which apparently they weren't apropos until now.
Yeah.
And the secret hidden lyrics to the Quirky Worky song were about Uncle Oslo and lighting drones.
Apparently.
So
it's not revisionist at all.
Nope.
So we have the Perry uses the magic trick.
Aquadad says he'd pay good money to eat at Shea Platypus.
I think we all would. Which, by the way, if you want to see what some of the food at Shea Platypus might look like.
Man versus food.
Well, no, people versus food.
People versus food.
Man versus Food is like the Travel Channel show with
Guy Fieri.
Adam. No, not Guy Fieri. No, it's Adam.
Adam Horowitz.
But no, not Adam Horowitz. No, it's Adam.
I know, but I'm all over the place. Let's see.
Adam. I'm blank on the last name now. He's gone on to do some really good stuff for the History Channel. He does the America Built series. He's really good. It's
Adam Richmond.
Yeah, Adam Richmond. That's what it was. Yeah, so him.
Apparently,
That's man versus food.
Apparently, someone named Casey Webb took over in 2017 when they revived it.
Not the same. Anyway.
All right.
The point being, people versus food. They've recreated the food from Phineas and Ferb for an episode, and I'm pretty sure we covered some shaped platypus for at least one of the rounds.
Makes sense.
They also had the peanut chicken.
So peanutty, you won't even taste the chicken.
That's the one. Yeah, they did that. I'm sure there are others too, but yeah.
Hey man, people versus food, sponsor us.
God, I would love that.
Jacob was thinking of so many atoms that he created a molecule.
Yep. Atom War. There you go.
Yeah, I got it that time. So. Sorry, I'm still. You go on a hiatus for even just like even briefly, and you still have to get used to things again.
Okay.
So
So Perry has his magic entrance, which is a fun setup, and we pay off really nicely. Where he disappears behind the cloth, we clearly see him leave, and he gets Doofenshmirtz isn't doing anything evil, so he gets invited to dinner because Major Monogram is on mission. He says, "Well, why don't you come to dinner with us?" Which was very nice of Monogram for a change.
And apparently that is a reference to like a viral meme or something like that as well.
Inviting people to dinner?
Not inviting people to dinner, but Perry's entrance, the magic trick.
Well, at least it's not the screaming goat.
Yep, of all the memes to reference, that is a fairly tame one.
So then the episode turns into a Frasier parody. I guess real quick we should mention with Stacy and Candace here. So Stacy, she pops up. She's doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
I was kind of worried initially when she said that. I was like, "Oh, we're not going to cut the Stacy," and then we did cut the Stacy. Which you know what that means?
It's time to appreciate Kelly. Who? Yes.
Right.
So where is the image of the? Here we go. There she is.
Yeah. Look at her. Who dat?
All right, moment's over.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have the audience like, who that? Right there.
It's like, so Doofenshmirtz realizes that Vanessa's boyfriend is Nostril Boy.
Which we set up, and when he got shrunk, kind of Honey I Shrunk the Kids 3 style, where he got shrunk into the dip, the potato salad or whatever.
Yep, he saw his nose.
Yep.
From specifically that episode was the Aurora Perry Alice.
Yeah, so the restaurant is very nice. We have Doofenshmirtz and Major Monogram. Doofenshmirtz, I love the fashion in this episode. I want to talk about their dinner attire. Like Doofenshmirtz is looking sharp, like sharper than he's ever looked before. And I love that.
Like he has the black suit and the red shirt, and I think this tie was black too.
Yeah, it looks good.
Of course, and Vanessa
Monogram. Monogram looks silly.
Like describe monograms because his was like a pink suit and purple.
Yeah, it's almost like a pink leisure suit of some kind, like a pink tuxedo.
Yep, and hey, I wear a purple tie. Purple actually works well for a tie. It just doesn't go well with pink.
No, purple's I'm not saying purple's a bad tie. I'm saying the suit's pink.
I know. Some people can pull off wearing pink.
I'm not saying pink's a bad choice. I'm just saying compared to everyone else, I think I think the gag is like he is he's not dressed as well as everyone else.
Even Monty just has a regular black suit, and even Carl has a classy blue suit.
Well, that's the thing. I think the gag here is like Monogram and Carl pretty much had like prom suits, and they never got rid of them or something. Either that, like we're saying, how old is Monogram? Where he's got like a suit from way back in the day, where they're like like leisure suits that were either just like a very popular primary color of the day that just he's never threw it out.
And like that, and Doofenshmirtz actually cleans up quite nicely, and Vanessa's just wearing her usual outfit, but with a skirt added.
Looks good.
Yep.
Hey, why you don't need the top perfection, Jacob? Just it's a little flourish. That's what she's got.
Yep. I mean, her outfit is basically the same.
Yeah, exactly. Consistency. I love it.
Yep. And do you know who else looks the same, Dragon?
Who?
Norm.
Norm.
Yep. Except he has a bow tie this time. Or does he usually have a? Yeah. He has a
No,
bow
no,
tie.
yeah, he's bow tie this time. He isn't usually.
Yep. He usually has one. He usually has a necktie.
Yeah.
So he's switching things up a bit too.
So we have Norm. We have the sidekicks table, which is pretty funny. You know, we got Norm,
Carl.
Carl, and who's the Dexter?
Yep. Apparently he's the sidekick of some chicken superhero.
Yes, some poultry themed purveyor of justice.
Now that's probably the Freakazoid joke you were talking about.
Yeah, maybe. Look, in general, so the one of my favorite episodes of Freakazoid, at least honestly, my most nostalgic memory of Freakazoid was the Dexter's Date episode where he keeps shape shifting on the date because his powers are out of whack thanks to the Lobe, and we have the big musical number of the Lobe doing Bonjour Lobie, which is just delightful and a highlight for one of the few times David Warner ever got to sing. It was fantastic. Say bonjour, Lobie.
Oh God.
Something you gotta watch, Jacob.
And is that? I think I've seen that, but is that coming to Tubi? Is Freakazoid confirmed to be coming?
No, it's coming. I don't know. I don't know how soon it's coming to Tubi. I don't know if it's like they're doing it like weekly or like if it's like I didn't look at. I forgot what the chart said. There was a chart that listed out everything. I don't know if on the chart it said like different months or weeks.
I mean, Challenge Showdown is the one I'm still most excited for, but considering that one's been so hard to find.
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently, and so technically, so is Freakazoid. So there's that. Freakazoid's been kind of hard to find too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both getting our wishes with Tubi.
Oh yeah.
So parents, so yeah, what do you make of Carl and Norm having a dinner together?
It's on brand.
Yeah, but like they're just putting their differences aside. Like it really is kind of like that Ralph and Sam. You know what I mean?
What?
Ralph and Sam Sheepdog from Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, like, how you doing, Sam? Doing all right, Ralph. And they clock in and tries to get the. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I know you're talking about. So I didn't. Ralph, initially, I didn't quite pick up on what you're talking about, but I got you now.
All right. Yeah, I can make references too.
All right.
So Doofenshmirtz and it's basically, as Norm calls it, his pettiest plan yet.
Yeah. Of course, they get the Frasier-esque hitch in the plan is that Monogram is sitting in Doofenshmirtz's chair at first.
Yeah, but he convinces Monogram to switch places.
Well, no, he doesn't. Remember, later on, he has to wait until later on where he gets out. They have to hold me back, Norm. No, less, Norm. Hold me back less. So speaking of which, Perry the Platypus has a James Bond entrance, which is beyond cool.
Yep, and apparently he has an active love life.
I love that joke. So the girls at the bar, and one of them says, like, I gave him my number. He'll never call, but, a girl can dream.
Man, Perry, what does it say when a platypus has a better love life than most people do?
Yeah, I think we should go to the graphic of Jacob right now.
Mm.
Yeah, it could be that bad, folks.
Instead, I'm doing this.
Yep. Yep, so there's no... Look, he looks like a happy little goblin.
See? There I am.
A little scary in that one. The other one looked more hopeful. Go back to the other one.
Okay.
There you go. See, there's a guy. There's contentment for you.
All right.
Anyway, so Perry's there, and then basically we have the whole Frasier-esque thing where, Perry's in the bathroom, in the stalls, everyone's panicking over the revelation of dating the mortal enemy, and just looking for excuses to leave.
And Uncle Oslo's like, did you try your car wash?
Yep.
It's like, yeah, because car wash makes for a good date.
Apparently.
So, well, remember there was an episode called "At the Car Wash" in this show, so And one of the things that Jeremy did was taking Candace to Phineas and Ferb's car wash.
Oh yeah.
So apparently, the good dating advice is to take a girl on a car wash.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I just want to make sure, if you want to play things risky, you're in the car pulling a Titanic. But if you probably should just be, waiting while the car is being washed.
Oh God! Don't take dating advice from me. I'm not going to speak for Dragon, but don't take advice from me. All right.
Yeah, because the car wash is so romantic. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, you could tell I was being facetious with that.
There's foam everywhere. I'm sorry, I didn't think of it.
It's like, wait, we're all alone.
In the car.
Alone.
Yeah, no one can see through the bubbles.
Right.
Just saying, before we have the Hispanic guys wiping down the car, let's just,
It's like they don't mind them.
Yeah, just let's focus on the task at hand anyway. So we're just gonna.
All right. Romantic prospects aside,
Yeah.
we could get back to another form of romance, and you can tell that Perry is just having it up to here.
Oh yeah.
With everyone like confiding in him through the bathroom stalls.
Yep. So then we have the.
It's basically 1,000-yard stare on Perry the Platypus.
Exactly. Perry ain't having it.
He's just like.
Oh, by the way, I love the Happy Days reference.
And which one's that?
So initially, Doofenshmirtz he asked Perry to meet him in his office. Office being the bathroom stall. So Happy Days, Fonzie's office was the bathroom at Arnold's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway. So, anyways, after the whole hold me back gag, we have the table turninator, the table turning shenanigans unfurl as this is really great animation here where Doofenshmirtz is getting all the good food, Monogram's just getting screwed over. Like every time he's like trying to pours gravy on like the wine bottle, he's like stabbing like the wrong food.
Yep.
And then lastly, of course, we have this amazing, delicious looking dessert.
The sundae.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the sundae that sundae from the SpongeBob movie.
Well, maybe a little bit. The Goofy Goober Sundae.
Yes.
Waiter!
This one goes out to my favorite guy in the world.
And this giant peanut guy.
Waiter! Oh God.
Oh, alcoholism in a kid's movie. It's great.
Well, it's ice cream headache.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Especially considering he's literally hungover the next day.
You gotta get to work for
Mr.
Krabs.
Mr. Krabs is gonna. Mr. Krabs.
Excuse me, lady. Oh, let me tell you about Mr. Krabs.
All right. It's the Sunday you and I were going on a tangent about Batman. Whenever we go on a tangent about Batman.
Yeah. So,
Dragon, how about that Batman?
Okay, come on. We can't make it that easy.
All right. We can't just force references in wherever we want.
No.
Even though we literally do it all the time. All right.
See, it sounds like you want to make Aquatad fat. That's what I'm getting from your point there.
I want him to enjoy himself.
Yeah,
Sundays are happy food.
You want him to be fat and alone. That's what you're saying right now.
Yep. Just like this poor sad sack.
Yeah, look at him.
I want all of you to look at it.
Look at it. Look at it.
I want all of you.
It's amazing that we have a super tempting and delicious sundae, which, by the way, people versus food, they did it there.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, you have the other Sunday, which may have also been on People versus Food as a punishment.
Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually. I think they did, but I could be wrong. They've done other punishments like Swedish barnacle balls.
We're not ugly. We stink.
We stink.
They're just happy to realize that they just stink.
Yep.
which is a good moral ending. Like, hey, we're not ugly. We just smell terrible. We just smell horrible.
Yep. Sorry to all the ugly people out there, but if you smell, maybe it's nice smelling ugly people. You could be butt ugly, but if you smell nice.
Hey, Dragon, I have a story to tell you.
Would you? Yeah.
It's called the Ugly Barnacle.
So once upon a time,
there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
That's a beautiful story, Jacob.
Yes.
That's so heartwarming, and there was even a moral and a part of a song.
And it's a structurally sound story. There's a beginning, a middle, a conflict, and an end.
It's so true to life.
I
know ugly people. So do you.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah.
So enough. So no Sunday tangents this time, unfortunately. But
no.
But the Sunday does look good, but inevitably the inator goes wrong.
Yeah, because the Monogram and Doofenshmirtz are arguing over it, and that sends the thing haywire, and ice cream's going all over the place. And then the whole restaurant, the whole circular round restaurant starts to spin.
Oh yeah.
And and this is actually a little science thing for you here. It's actually what's happening inside. You probably visually you could always just say it's like the tilt-a-whirl, but the way the tilt-a-whirl works and the way this thing works is actually centrifugal force, kids.
Centripetal force, yeah.
Yes, which by the way, a little fun fact for you: if you dropped a can of soda by accident, and you're worried, oh no, if I open this can of soda, it's going to explode. You're right, that would happen, but here's how you avoid that. You take the can and you spin it counterclockwise. I guess you could probably spin any which way. Let's just say counterclockwise. You spin it for a few minutes. Yeah, I'd say as much as you'd like this to be safe, and eventually the bubbles, will move around so they'll displace themselves, so it will not explode.
Huh. Neat fun fact.
Yeah, I don't know if it works for bottles, but only for cans, though.
One of my there's a science place near me called COSI, and they have one of those, and they have one of those. It doesn't tilt or anything, but they have one of those centripetal force spinners.
Yeah, which is they put the little test tubes in and it spins.
No, what I mean is it's something it's a ride they have in the floor.
Oh, I thought you meant the centrifuge.
No, well, I'm sure they have those. I don't think they have those, but to demonstrate centripetal force, they have this ride that you can go on, where it just spin. It doesn't tilt or anything, but it spins you around so fast and then drops the floor.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar to that.
All right.
Aquadet also points out they turn the restaurant into the mix and mingle machine.
Yeah.
So I know so centripetal force, it can be used for fun.
Yeah.
So
can Christmas lights.
Yep. If you have a highly advanced drones.
Well, yeah, that too. Which, by the way, here's a fun fact I learned from Pluribus.
All right.
So, more behind the scenes of Pluribus, but yeah, folks, if you have drones and you say, "Hey, I got a drone! Look at me! I'm gonna fly the drone up in the air and just all over the place, willy nilly, wherever I want," that actually could be a problem because sometimes airspace is restricted. You can actually get in trouble.
Yeah, that I have heard things like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so that's the thing. A lot of people, basically the new version of people throwing the pizza on the roof is people going around with drones in Albuquerque. Because if they do, they might be subject to some laws.
Now, what brought up the centripetal force thing? Does just a fun fact you knew? Or?
Well, no, it's literally what happens in the episode. So I'm saying when it spins, if you notice, they all get on the table and they're not spinning like everything else in the place. That's the centrifugal force.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, did you bring up the whole tangent because it's something you watched recently, or just a fun fact you knew?
Well, that was in Better Call Saul. I learned that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's like a scene in Better Call Saul, which is actually scientifically based. It's like a little fun fact.
And that is something I remember when I was in school. When I was in school myself,
Mm.
and they do the same thing by taking. I've seen the way a lot of people demonstrate it is like they take a little rubber ball and like put a cup over it, and they start spinning the cup really fast and lifting the cup off the table.
Mm.
That's another way. That's another way to
Well, I
demonstrate.
mean, I've seen centrifugal force, but I've never seen the soda demonstration. I never thought about that.
I mean, I don't even. I've never heard that one before either, so that's news to me.
Yeah, that was it was actually a little kind of a nice little character bit in Better Call Saul. Yeah.
All right. And so the restaurant lifts off the ground.
Yep. And then it ascends into the air and it grabs onto the Christmas lights that were basically a light show Candace was going to bust the boys with, hilariously with like bust us, like a giant invitation.
Yep. But and Linda actually does appreciate showing her being shown the night sky.
Yep.
So
then it kind of ascends and it's this light show, and then it meets a familiar, well, I can't say face, but a familiar deity.
you have the giant zoetrope deity.
Yep, from Tropey McTrope Face.
Still probably one of the best episodes of the season.
Yes, my God, yes. Honestly, it's that Bublé song, man. Oh my God, easily, no joke. Like of all Phineas and Ferb, that's a top fiver for me. I love that song.
It is great. Just because how much it commits to having Michael Bublé sing "Tropey McTrope Face."
Well, even the musical theme, dun, 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 it's all romantic and nice.
Yep. So it's like, wait, you're a restaurant, not a zoetrope. Never mind.
Yep.
Of all the continuity to bring back, that's definitely the strangest one so far.
Anyway, so after they're grounded, Perry gives a impassioned speech, but he can't talk.
It's like I didn't understand most of what he said, but like he's right.
This is Perry's audition for the movie Hoppers,
Which we will most likely be covering since it comes out in a couple days.
Yes.
Dragon and I are big fans of We Bear Bears.
Yes.
Which unfortunately I haven't watched in a while, but
Ice Bear sad.
Ice Bear sad.
Ice Bear not sad. Ice Bear disappointed.
Ice Bear not sad. Ice Bear just disappointed.
Can't believe you disappointed Ice Bear. He pulled John Wick shenanigans for nothing.
It's like, but no, he pulled it for his Roomba.
Yeah.
And apparently both Bobby Moynihan and Dimitri Martin are in.
All three of them actually made the cut. Apparently, all three of them are in the movie.
Eric Edelstein too.
Yeah, but that's according to Daniel. Like they're at the premiere, and Daniel Chong confirmed like all three of them are in the movie.
Huh. I'd only heard about Bobby Moynihan and Dimitri Martin.
Yeah, that's in there. He's in there. I don't know where he is because I haven't seen the movie yet, but he's in there.
Yeah. Well, I'll be darned.
Yeah.
And I heard it's actually getting pretty good reviews too.
Which just makes me feel so vindicated. So I'm tired of all the Pixar doubt lately. I'm just tired. Like, come on, guys. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Bear with us. We haven't watched this show in a while. Yep. So bear with us real quick. I humbly apologize for not having watched We Bear Bears lately. I will watch probably a couple more episodes in preparation for Hoppers.
Yeah.
To show solidarity for Daniel Chong.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right. So that gag has not been retired. I just haven't had the opportunity to bring it up.
Yeah.
So Monty and Doofenshmirtz and Monogram decide to let bygones be bygones, even though they get into an argument on who ruined things more. Right?
Yeah.
And then Doof just leaves Monogram with the bill.
Yes, which I love. I love he actually pulls off the disappearing trick even better. Which, by the way, we also had a cute bit with Vanessa and Monty too. The whole like, do we like each other, or are we doing this just to mess with our dads? And just again that Charmin sob Seth Green, just saying like, can it be both? It's like, yes, Vanessa, I'm so conflicted right now, but yes, go to Monty.
Yep. It is. It. Part of me wants to see Ferb, but considering it's like shown in the ending, but also part of me is kind of rooting for Monty.
I know. I'm so conflicted in all the right ways.
Yep.
So
I have conflicting feelings about this.
Doofenshmirtz sticks Major Monogram with the bill, which is hilarious.
Well, Monogram could probably afford it.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's taking out Perry's Christmas bonus though.
Yep.
Curse you, Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Yep. So Monogram and Doof are not that different after all, are they?
No.
They
also apparently Monty did something of note with fireworks with a firecracker,
which we don't get to hear the whole story.
Vanessa's like, I want to hear this story.
So at this point, Dragon, who do you think Perry likes more, Doofenshmirtz or Monogram?
My heart of hearts, I think Doofenshmirtz.
Because he works for Monogram. So.
I know that, yeah.
So that's probably why he likes Doof more. He could take out his frustrations on Doof.
Yeah. We abuse the ones we love.
Oh, God. All right. So speaking of love, let's move on to Buford's one true love.
We talked about young love. Now we talk about a boy's young love for soup.
And that brings us to the moment we've all been waiting for. Bread Bowl hot tub.
Finally.
And it's not this Bread Bowl hot tub, or this Bread Bowl hot tub, or even this Bread Bowl hot tub.
No.
It's this.
Chowdina.
So the boys finally commit to building an actual Bread Bowl hot tub.
Yeah, the epic payoff to the season 5 running gag. It's just great, and I love it. And much like the from the Muppets revival recently, Muppet Show revival. Buford is like that Muppet who's been burned before. He's just like, no, I've been burned too many times before. I'm not gonna get excited. Then the boys make giant bread, and then he starts to freak out.
Yep. It's like, let me say it. Bread Bowl hot tub.
Which is just it's gold.
And he's the only one who gets in.
So there's 600 gallons of soup.
Which the boys
of clam chowder.
Of
all the soups they could put in, the test soups did not have clam chowder. It was like tomato or minestrone or whatever, but it was not
clam. But they settled on clam chowder,
which is like the most involved of the soups.
Yep, the soup which I will never eat because I don't like clams.
So you hate New England?
I never said I hated New England.
I don't know. They kind of live and die by the clam.
That doesn't mean I have to like their food. Doesn't mean I have to like clam chowder.
For all the people, for all the New Englandites out there, I apologize for my friend's closed-mindedness.
Or Dragon, you can simply put, "Get him!"
If I ever had a meme that I could use and have in my back pocket, it probably would be "Get him," because it just always feels like, get him. It always felt so appropriate. Always feel like the rallying cry. I don't know. It's always had a good ring to it. Plus, it's a way to keep Don Rickles alive in a small way. I don't know.
But did you hear they recast him for Toy Story 5?
Well, we've heard the recasted voice.
Yep, Jeff Bergman.
Yeah. I'm saying you can hear Mr. Potato in the trailer.
Like, I'm just saying, did you actually hear who it was?
Jeff Bergman. Yeah, it's Jeff Bergman. For the kids out there, he's not officially really done like a lot of. They haven't done a lot of new stuff with like he's done a lot of parody stuff with Fred Flintstone. Basically, he is the go-to Fred Flintstone. But Jeff Burney's impressionist is great. He's wonderful, and he's never really gotten like a consistent Fred Flintstone show because sadly there was no more Flintstones, at least consistently. But yeah, so he's a good sound-alike guy. So yeah.
So and he said he does sound actually pretty close to Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the same.
I know, but it's better than. I mean, heck, they recast Slinky.
Why did they do that?
Because Jim Varney died between 1 and 2.
Well, no, I know. I mean, okay, Jake. When you say they recast, do you mean they recasted him again?
No, it's like no, because Jim Varney voiced him in 1 and 2.
Yes.
He died after 2. Then they replaced him with Blake Clark.
Yeah, that's what I know. I'm thinking Blake Clark when you say that, but you're saying in general they've recasted before and it worked out pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to recast. I'm just saying, like, Don Rickles, though. I mean, that's a legend.
I mean, Don Rickles is hard to replace, but then again, so was Jim Varney.
Well, Blake Clark did a really good job, though. Blake Clark is like he's a very he's the same. They came from the same school of thought to a degree on that one. This one's generations removed.
Yeah, but I think I still have faith.
No, look, I'm not saying I'm saying it's going to work. I'm just saying it's like deep down, it's like you'll hear the difference.
Yeah, I know, but unfortunately, there's not much we can do.
Yeah.
So as you were saying, why don't we pick up where we left off?
All right, anyway, so the bread bowl hot tub, finally reality, 600 gallons of clam chowder. And again, the lesson here being Phineas did this because he wants to show that persistence to the point of being annoying actually pays off. Then we hear Candace like, Ferb is dead sometimes. Which that's some gold writing right there. That's nice.
And speaking of We Bear Bears, Uncle Tessa's having tomato soup in a bread bowl hot tub reminds me of the ending of the food truck episode of We Bear Bears.
Yeah, oh yeah, that food truck episode. Which honestly, that food truck episode has a little in common with Hoppers on it. A little bit. It's kind of parallels Hoppers, I feel.
With the whole nature thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm sensing there's a lot of parallels with Hoppers on that one.
And of course, it had the great calzones in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I gotta be honest. I don't think it's gonna happen. I would love it if Patton Oswalt cameoed in Hoppers. I would love it.
Well, we might see it. Who knows?
Or maybe given that he's been in Pixar and he's been in We Bear Bear, it would just feel really cool.
Well, maybe if Daniel Chong makes another movie with Pixar, he'll get Patton Oswalt.
That'd be good. We need some repeat players now and again for Pixar, and we haven't really done it in a while. I mean, Brad Garrett's always been the most famous example.
So, I mean, he was recently in Elio.
That's what I'm saying. So Brad Garrett, he's got at least 3 under his belt.
And then Bug's Life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could have sworn he was in another one besides Bug's Life and
Come on.
and Finding Nemo. I could have sworn he was in.
Actually 4. He's got 4. Yeah, you're right. There's 4 on the thing there.
Oh, and Ratatouille.
And then Elio. So it's a minimum at least 4. I mean, I don't think there's one missing. But you know what? It doesn't count. I mean, my Heart of Hearts it counts, but not feature wise. Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
Huh. Yeah,
he's Torque. He's Torque in Buzz Lightyear Star Command. First episode even. Not out after the pilot. First episode after the pilot.
So the first actual episode.
Yes.
All right. So.
All right.
So meanwhile, Doofenshmirtz is basically invented the Recap-inator, and it just gets rid of bread.
Yes, and even he's grilling Perry like, this ain't really evil, I'm just trying to get healthy. Can you really thwart me for trying to get healthy?
And then Perry just leaves.
The episode says, was that too mean? Tell you a story walking. Was that too mean? Just asking Vanessa, and Vanessa's like trying to make a sandwich. Like, what a mundane is Vanessa's like, Dad, I'm trying to make a sandwich. Where's the bread? Gone.
And of course, the Recap-inator hits the bread bowl hot tub.
So Buford is, importantly for the episode and the story to work, Buford's alone in the soup because honestly, who wants to soak in soup? And that was like kind of the ultimate. They were all in the swimsuits, though. It just felt very much of a misdirection. Do you think it was just You think it was them just come up with like, okay, we're gonna pretend like we're gonna get in the tub, but not really, or do you think they were going to, and then they just looked at it like, too much?
Well, we won't get to it just yet, but we know at least one character who really wanted to take another character wanted to take a dip in.
We do.
Yep. Well, which we will reveal later.
Anyway.
And little blue Eli says, speaking of Brad Garrett, do you guys remember / No Project Giger? He voiced Noah a dinosaur, one of the main lead characters. I do not know that one.
Nope.
So, Buford and Chowdina, the soon-to-be Chowdina, arrive on an island.
That was a really great gag, but he didn't see any of this because he had like the saltines over his eyes like cucumbers.
Yep. It's his spa day.
So basically, we parody Castaway, which is hilarious and appropriate given the last Thanksgiving we did was Castaway.
Yep.
Which got the year this came out was the Castaway anniversary, so it's even better.
And volleyball G.
Yep. I don't like contractions.
My face is blood.
Yep.
Which I'm surprised.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Do you know what time it is?
Well, first off, Aquadet says, I'm glad that's our thumbnail.
There you go. I'm glad it's our thumbnail too. I wish it were a little brighter, but it is our thumbnail.
Unfortunately, I've been having trouble with Disney Plus lately.
Yeah.
But Dragon, actually, first of all, wow, I thought for sure you guys would be aware of that show. Unfortunately, we're not.
Doesn't ring a bell.
But Dragon, I do in fact know what time it is.
It's Gritty Reboot time! We're in the soup now, boy!
There we go.
Yeah.
So, with a volleyball made of blood.
So,
where did Buford get the blood?
That is a good question because it does not look like Buford is wounded. It, he.
Yeah.
Buford might. A few things here. So, one, Buford might have found the Tom Hanks Castaway character. He might have found Chuck. It might not have ended well. Either that or he bullied Chuck. He bullied Chuck, and he's like, "Finally, there's somebody else!" And he punches him, and you get like a bloody nose or something. That's where you get the blood for Baljeet.
Oh God.
Alternatively, Buford killed and ate a man, and wiped his hand on the volleyball, and he's hungry after having eaten the first time. He's just hungry again.
And all that in just 4 minutes.
Yeah, well, we did talk about cannibalism recently on the show.
Oh, when was that?
No, I don't know. It was either last week or the week before.
Let's see. The previous episode was... Sorry. I just don't remember the cannibalism.
Oh, we had like the four of them. It was like, Baljeet, Phineas, Ferb, I guess, I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's like when they were underground. It was when they were underground. We're looking for Linda's
diamond.
ring.
Yeah, Linda's ring. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget. That was the bad old days when.
Yeah.
That was the one where Doofenshmirtz and Vanessa went to Druselstein.
Yeah, that one.
Now I remember what you meant. Yeah.
Anyway, but so either that or maybe Buford suffered a gruesome injury, and then basically like the calmest answer is like Buford suffered a palm injury between things, and he was healed super fast.
Yep.
Or maybe the soup has mystical healing powers.
Who knows? Or he's just hallucinating everything.
Yep.
So
my blood, sweat, and other bodily fluids are in this soup.
That's
why I can't eat it.
That's disgusting.
It would explain why he can't eat it, though.
Yep. Other than sentimental value.
Yeah.
So
All right, so Buford is in the castaway situation. He is stranded because of the Recap-inator. He is in the Bread Bowl hot tub. He's been stranded on an island. Why can't Buford have nice things? He's finally got the Bread Bowl hot tub and the laws of the universe. You know, not the laws of the universe. You know who's punishing him, Jacob?
Doofenshmirtz.
No!
And who's punishing him?
The voice of Doofenshmirtz.
Dan. Swampy.
Yeah! You did this! It's not enough. You put the poor boy through so much, teasing him about the hot tub every which way, and then you took it from him. You built a scale model and everything. You finally give it to him. You should be sad, Swampy. Don't shrug it off. But yes, all of that, and you strand them on an island with the Bread Bowl hot tub. You put them through agony for a laugh.
Oh God! And so Buford has to survive
without eating the giant bowl of soup.
Yes, because so Dina tries to convince him because I'm literally made of food.
Yep, which I just love how Coleman's like, well, yeah, I'm made of food. Go for it. Do you know what it kind of reminds me of just a little bit?
What is it?
The sandwich gag from Muppets from Space. You remember the sandwich gag, don't you?
Not particularly.
Really? You don't? So
I've only seen Muppets from Space like once or twice.
Anyway, so there's the sandwich. So basically, I want to say Gonzo's alien relatives, they sent him a message via a sandwich. Like the sandwich comes to life, being a Muppet. Turns into a Muppet, and basically it delivers him a message. And, he's saying, can I eat you now? Like, well, wait till I finish the message. Like, okay, yeah, you're good to eat me now. You sure? Like, yeah, you're good. Like the sandwich is talking to him, encouraging me. Yeah, you got Mr. Sandwich. Right now, I'm a broadcast. When I stop, you can eat me.
Eli knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I did not. But that does sound funny.
Anyway, so right now, Buford's in the Twilight Zone, as Aquatad's suggesting here. He's in the Twilight Zone.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yep. Or Fantasy Island, which, by the way, I don't know if people remember Fantasy Island. Sometimes the episodes, was like, hey, I've made my wish. There's a morality thing. It all goes well. But sometimes bad stuff happened. When they didn't learn the moral. It was very much a lighthearted, tropical kind of Twilight Zone aspect of Fantasy Island. It didn't always end in doom. Just sometimes ended in doom. Yep, and it's always weird, like when it ended in doom, and you had Ricardo Montalban just saying, "Thanks for stopping by Fantasy Island." After all that,
Yep. I've never seen Fantasy Island, to be honest, though.
I never watched enough of it, but I watched just enough to kind of like see the appeal. It's a Ricardo Montalban, and, yeah.
Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
And apparently it's on Tubi.
Yes, it is.
Well, if you want to, we've been talking a lot about Tubi lately.
Yeah. If they want to thank us, they can put more shows on, but
maybe they can sponsor us instead.
I would love it if they could instead of that, if they could put the missing Nickelodeon shows and the missing Disney shows on Tubi.
That would be nice.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear Star Command. Disney's made no bones; they're never going to put it on there. So let someone have it.
Yep. So Buford goes into nature. So like, oh, you like this one, Dragon? Tubi, cartoons so good you can watch them.
There you go. There's an advertisement. They should play that when it finally gets Freakazoid.
Yep. So Buford decides to bully nature to try and get food.
Sticks his head in the water like, swim in my mouth, to the fish. No avail.
Imagine that, a fish not swimming into your mouth.
Yeah.
Imagine that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean, worked in Nemo.
Yeah, kinda.
Yep. If you want to live, jump in my mouth.
I know where your son is. I can take you to your son.
What? Yeah, it's great.
Yep. I still can't believe that's Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah, it was good too.
Yep.
I can't believe when you know what he did when Marlon and Dory are in his mouth, right?
What do you mean?
He's like holding his tongue or like putting his fingers in his mouth. So when I found his dad.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's what he has to do to simulate that he's got he's a goal with fish in his gullet.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's I don't know if he's holding the tongue or he's doing something to make it sound like his mouth is full.
Our father's dad.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
And I didn't even put anything in my mouth.
Well, okay, I'm being generous, Jacob, but yeah.
I know. I'm just saying I can do that voice. Our father's dad.
And we all know who voiced the seagulls.
Andrew Stanton
Yeah, who is now
directing Toy Story 5.
Bingo.
Mine.
Yep. Which he had the dub in all the languages.
That's hilarious.
Which again he could because just one word.
Mine. Oh God. It's like you can say he can actually say he's acted in multiple languages.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what did you do? Mine.
I love Andrew Stanton so much.
As do I.
Part of me kind of wishes, just for the heck of it, I'm not just trying to come down on. I'm not coming down on the guy. I'm just saying, it would just be kind of neat if they switched off. Like Pete Docter's been in charge for a while. Andrew Stanton's in charge for a while, just for a while, and then like Brad Bird's in charge for a while. They just kind of go swap around a little. Maybe Bob Peterson, give him a turn.
And according to Aquatat says Andrew Stanton saw that TS5 needed a director and said, mine.
I mean, yes.
Toy Story 5, but yeah.
Seriously, it would be really nice if Angus MacLane was like invited back, and we, all the firings that they had, like, hey, Angus MacLane, you can run Pixar for a little bit. Even though everyone would be vehemently, I know everyone instinctively would be vehemently against it, but because like, what about Lightyear? Well, no, you know what? That's not fair to put the response of that on that guy. It's not his fault.
And Andrew Stanton does now have a solid career outside of Pixar.
That he does.
Like he even directed a couple episodes of like Stranger Things and Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah.
And I believe something called 3 Point Problem or something like that. Something like that.
Anyway.
So
the Buford trying to bully nature. It's not going well. He tosses a coconut, realizing I could have eaten that.
Yep. So not a good idea for Buford.
And he refuses to eat Chowdina, so this so now he becomes one with nature. It turns like the Sid from Toy Story mud skull on his chest into a peace sign.
And it's 3 Body Problem. That's the series I'm thinking about. 3 Body Problem.
Yeah.
All right. So Buford communes with nature in this strange in a song sequence where he's talking about communing with nature.
Yep, which I thought this is a really jaunty. The music was very on point. This episode was very jaunty tune.
Yeah, but it seems like it's a parody of like classic Disney songs.
Yeah, which I loved. And my favorite bit in the song was, "I don't know the nomenclature."
Because I'm communing with nature.
Yeah, then we with the parody, we see like the little mermaid party of world moment.
Yep. As if like that's
and
basically.
Then later on, we're talking about the circle of life.
Yep. All the classic Disney beats there.
Mm-hmm. Which Disney song made the cut in Toy Story?
You mean the first one?
Yes.
Hakuna Matata.
Bingo. The boy can be taught.
Like, are you just gonna quiz me on Toy Story all day?
No.
All right. Or were you just checking to see I actually knew?
No, it's just a quarter of the day.
All right.
Just a portion.
Hakuna Matata.
What's Andy's little sister's name?
Molly.
Okay, he's hit the allotment, folks. He's all good now. So, all right. So so anyway, so after this, he is he potentially has all the bread he could use, but then he gets freaked out by all the animals after he's communed with nature, and he goes back and he sees Andrew Stanton is eating the bread bowl hot tub.
Yeah, not the seagulls, but Andrew Stanton himself.
Yeah, Andrew Stanton looking very feral. He's eating the bread bowl hot tub.
He's like, it's mine.
Did I ever tell you the funny Bugs Life story with Andrew Stanton?
You might have, but why don't you regale me with it again?
When they were promoting, A Bug's Life, he was forget for what reason he couldn't make the trip. So basically, outside of Good Morning America, now they weren't. Again, this is Pixar early on. They weren't on the show Good Morning America. They were in the background behind the glass. Like they happened to be in New York, and like three of them were. And Andrew Stanton couldn't make it, and he was tuning in. I don't know if maybe they were going to be on a different segment of Good Morning America, and this is like earlier on, I'm not sure, but they were just around there while the show was shooting. And they pulled this hilarious. So Darla K. Anderson, which is where they got the name Darla from in Nemo. So it's named after Darla. Yeah.
I did know that one.
So she is the producer on, I want to say, A Bug's Life and Monsters, Inc., and kind of went from there. Anyways, Anderson and Dorothy Anderson, they go way back, and they're playful, and they kind of prank each other jovially. So what she did was she got like this almost like you have like a face on like a little stick that you can hold up, like almost like a paddle, like an auctioneer's paddle.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So basically, they made that with Andrew Stanton's face. They had a whole bunch of like these little like auctioneer paddles with Andrew Stanton's face on it. Just the cardboard cut out of his face. They could hold up. So what they did is like in the background, you see the people hold up the signs. We love Good Morning America. Or like, hello, look at me. So, they were holding above the crowd like Andrew Stanton's face, and even when the sun hit it, it kind of blinked, so you could not miss it. So it was like face, it's almost like a flashing Morse code signal. And Andrew Stanton was like watching the broadcast, the live broadcast. He's like, "Oh my god!" And I forget if like his son or something said like, "Dad, you," or something. He's like, "Oh my god, that is me!" Oh.
So now his face is on Good Morning America.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I don't remember that story.
You can actually see it. It's on YouTube. They talk about it. It's pretty funny.
I'll have to look that up. Andrew Stanton.
Well, it's gonna be Bugs Life Roundtable. You go into it there.
Good Morning America. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, anyway, so point being, he chases off the seagulls, which have logically eaten the bread bowl hot tub, which is depressing. He says, okay, enough of this, enough of communing with nature. He went back to bullying to save the hot tub, which touches the hot tub. And then he leaves, like the ending of Castaway.
Well, he ties a couple logs together.
Which he could have done the whole time, which I find hilarious.
Yep. He ties them together with a couple of vines, pushes Chowdina onto the raft, and heads off to sea.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that we got rid of the whale, the random whale from Castaway, but instead we have sharks, and he's like, who is he? He's like playing cards with an octopus, is that right?
Yep.
So that to me is the better. That would have made Castaway better, in my opinion. Not much could, but that's like instead of like the just passes a whale, he's playing cards with an octopus. That I'd love to see. So then the forces of nature and Swampy conspire against him.
Even the giant the giant tidal wave, which he tries to shame.
Yeah. And seemingly it works for a bit there. In reality, Doofenshmirtz has hit the reverse button on the Recap-inator because he can't resist the carbs.
Same.
Yeah?
Yep. I can't resist the carbs either.
Okay.
I eat a lot of bread.
I do. I actually avoid a lot of bread.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but yeah, yeah.
I don't think I eat too much carbs, but I definitely do eat a fair amount.
I won't lie, toast and garlic bread tempts me, but honestly, I more so appreciate the smell of the garlic bread.
Garlic bread's delicious.
Well, I know it's delicious. I'm aware of that, but yeah, I don't really do bread.
I even make my own. I even have a recipe I call cheap garlic bread.
Are crackers carbs?
Technically, I think so.
Well, then that's the only carb I do.
I believe so.
Yeah. If it's like, I think it's like grains and carbs, and grains in crackers.
Crackers are primarily a source of carbohydrates.
Oh, well, there you go. That's my main source of carbs. Then.
I do eat a lot of peanut butter crackers, so there is that.
There you go. Yeah.
It's also a source of protein.
Yeah. So I mean, look, honestly, I keep my carbs to a minimum. It makes me wonder, though. I mean, if I didn't eat crackers, I mean, obviously that'd be kind of boring. But if I didn't do that, would I be better?
No idea.
Don't know. Anyway,
I have a recipe for like cheap garlic bread where I butter both sides of bread, cover with garlic powder, then just bake it in an oven.
Yeah.
And it actually tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not fancy garlic bread or Texas toast garlic bread, but I like it.
I like Italian restaurant garlic bread.
Those are the best places to get it.
Yeah.
And breadsticks too.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Olive Garden.
Like I've never actually been to Olive Garden.
They rave about the breadsticks.
Yeah, I know. It's a whole thing, especially since they're bottomless.
Yeah.
And they won't sponsor us either.
Nope.
Dang it, we would gladly take food sponsorships, basically, as if you haven't found out yet.
Yeah. Anyway,
so Buford's trying to get home and save Chowdina.
And he's convinced it's out of really glowing green friendship with magic. It's sending them home.
And Chowdina's just like, yeah, sure, let's chalk it up to friendship.
Yeah.
Someone named Diane Morgan voices Chowdina.
Hey Jacob, do you know what time it is?
Gritty reboot time?
Little bit, yeah.
All right, gritty reboot time.
Gritty gritty reboot time.
Yes.
So Buford, it's in his head, it's in his mind, of course, but the gritty reboot. We're taking the Riverdale approach. He's having a relationship with the tub.
Ooh.
We're going the Jerry Springer route. He married the hot tub, which oddly SpongeBob did as well. He tried to marry the Krabby Patty. Well, he was dating it. I'm just saying who knows where it would have gone, but he was dating the Krabby Patty.
And he ate it.
Yeah, which was disgusting based on what happened. But that's what I'm saying. That's what SpongeBob went too far, but still. Yeah.
Well, I think another appropriate one is like in Fairly Odd Parents, like, you married your car. Yep. Now you get 17 miles to the gallon. You remember that one?
Yeah, that's referencing the Jerry Springer's like the first time they actually did like the whole like a man essentially
autoerotica.
Well, no, not well. It was a little worse than that. I'm saying the car was like a parody of the actual thing that happened. The car was like the less offensive.
Was it?
I think over the years they've had things like the car, but that might have actually happened. I'm saying the initial thing that car thing came from was Jerry Springer broke the internet before there was really an internet.
The internet's been around since the 1960s.
Well, I mean, that's computers. Are you sure you don't think of it like there's computers and then there's the internet? Are you sure the internet was around in the 60s?
Well, a very rudimentary form of it, which allowed scientists to communicate across the country.
All right, I guess it counts as the internet then. All right, fine.
But as you were saying, I was just being pedantic. But
yeah, very pedantic.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
one could say shallow and pedantic if I'm quoting Family Guy, but anyway, so.
You get to drop your obscure scientific references.
What's not? There's a fine reference, but do you have to time it to undercut me? That's the pedantic part.
All right. What's your Jerry Springer thing?
Okay, I'm just trying to. Basically, it was a man who had relations with essentially with a horse.
Oh yeah, like Eckes.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm sorry, who'd
The
you say?
the play Equus.
No.
It's kind of similar where a guy has horse fantasies or something like that.
No, wow, no, I didn't hear any of that. No. Anyways, the point being is the idea of like the either it's progressed into the inanimate object over the years, and there actually are in real life there are object files. That is actually a thing, usually with mannequins.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I'm well aware of things like that, Dragon.
yeah, I know about because there's like this Boston legal episode that really focused on. It was really funny, but anyway, the point being, Buford, he is
welcome,
he's
welcome to the Phineas and Ferb episode where we talk about a guy with a relationship with a horse.
well, this is about a boy. This is about a young man's relationship with soup in the form of a bread bowl hot tub. So he's riding the bread bowl hot tub. He's in the soup. He's they're talking. They're kind of evaluating the relationship, the flying friendship magic. I'm just saying, the very he's very attached to it.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm saying the gritty reboot I think would read into this further.
Uncle Dad goes. This is the informational section of the episode
That's right.
where we talk about. I don't even know what we're talking about.
If they don't learn it from us, they're going to learn it on the street, Jacob.
Yep, I guess so.
If someone's got to sit them down and tell them about sometimes a man or a woman falls in love with something they're not supposed to. Not someone, something.
And in this case, it's a bread bowl hot tub.
Yep.
But as we all know, if you love something, set it free.
Yes. Which ultimately that happens. So but kind of gets taken out of his hands where the Superior Plow shows up. He hits a self-destruct button on the Inator, which he could have done in the first place on his own.
Yep. And Vanessa finally is able to make her sandwich.
See, all this time, I thought she was just kind of Tony Sopranoing like the sandwich she wanted to make. Basically, he's like he's eating the meat or whatever you're putting on the sandwich by itself, as if you were in the process of making the sandwich. We just ate it.
Basically, yeah.
But she's like eating the tomato slice and like some lettuce and just sands the bread.
Deconstructing the sandwich, just eating it one bit at a time.
Which remember, Lightyear made quite the meal out of the meat sandwich.
Yeah.
And again, it was for a story purpose.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were a lot of things in that movie that were for a story purpose.
Yes.
And it wasn't a very good story purpose.
Well, unfortunately, no. After Act 1, it went downhill.
I mean, the movie was fine, but
yeah, there's a lot I like in that movie. Just Act 1 was genuinely moving. And afterwards, it's when they basically progress. When it gets to Act 3, Act 3 is where all the problems are. But when we transition from Act 2 to 3, that's where it's the whole Zerg thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Zerg. I don't know where you define ones. I think the Zerg reveal would be like end of 2, going into 3. But that's kind of how I look at it. But
yeah,
because Act 3 is honestly that's where a lot of it. Anyway, the point being, yeah.
All right.
So let's see. Okay, the point being, so they fall in the water. They were so darn close. Buford's like screaming at the heavens for Povenmire and Swampy's blood.
And so, but then basically we go into the circle of soup, or the circle of bread.
Yes.
So
very much an homage to the circle of life. It's this whole.
And maybe one day I will be a bread bowl once again. Bread bowl hot tub once again. So
yeah.
R.I.P. Chowdina.
Chowdina, and they recognize. Oh yeah, it's just a projection of my subconscious. So.
Bye, Buford. And then he finally makes it home, and apparently nobody seemed to know he was gone.
No.
Yeah, that he was only gone for like an hour.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't there for days. We know he wasn't there for days.
Even though the sky looked like it, I think.
Well, that was just bad weather.
Yeah. So nobody knew he was gone. And he talks about the journey And then and everyone is happy that they didn't have to bathe in the soup.
Yeah.
Except one.
Every time I think about this episode, I keep thinking of the Tick. Like, you got the soup, don't you, Arthur?
And you know, Dragon, you know what you eat soup with?
A spoon!
Yes. Hopefully the Tick comes to Tubi.
That would be nice. It might, well, I was going to say it might be on, no, I don't think it's on Amazon. It was on Amazon.
Actually, I think the animated Tick is on Disney Plus.
I'm not sure about that. You sure?
I mean, I once watched it on Disney Plus.
All right, well, maybe it's still there. Okay.
So there is. Well, it doesn't look like it's on there now, but it was.
There you go.
But there actually is one person who seemed to be wanting to take a dip into the hot Red Bull hot tub besides Buford.
Ferb.
With
his snorkel gear and everything.
Yeah, he was willing to go deep.
He was going to get in the soup, man.
He wanted to go deep in the soup.
Yeah.
But he decided to hide it and just walk back inside.
You know what Chowdina's nickname for Buford and Ferb would be?
What's that?
Her little croutons. Chowdina's little croutons.
Oh God. Yes. I can see that. So, unfortunately, the Red Bull hot tub left as quickly as it came.
Yep.
Forever in our hearts.
A lot of buildup.
Forever in our hearts, but never in our stomachs. R.I.P. Chowdina. May we see you once more. Right, Dragon?
Yep.
And one day Buford will properly get to enjoy his Red Bull hot tub. But for now, that gag seems to have come to an end. It is kind of weird though that they did it so early in the first in the revival era, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking they'd probably carry it on a bit longer.
No, I mean, look, I thought they should definitely pay it off in season 5. They're going to pay it off. Just a question of like if it should be the finale or not. So
now the question is, what's going to have Buford's attention next? Is there going to be another similar recurring gag?
I don't know.
Maybe something in season 6. Who knows? We just have to wait. Speaking of which, we're actually getting pretty close to the end of season 5.
That would track.
This is episode 17 out of 20, and episode 20 is a 2-parter, from what I can tell. So we only have a couple. We have 18, 19. We only have 3 more left for this season. After this. And then hopefully we don't have to wait too much longer for season 6.
We'll see.
And I don't know. And as for the new movie, who knows when that's going to come out?
Probably before the new season.
Well, they announced it afterwards, so who knows? But either way, it seems like Disney's once again leaning all in on Phineas and Ferb. So. Disney Channel's leaning in on it, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, and Dragon, if you could bathe in a Red Bull hot tub, what soup would you want to be in? If you would even want to bathe in a Red Bull hot tub.
Good. Man, I really, I'm not sure. I mean, a part of me thinks, maybe tomato bisque or something. I don't know.
I could go for a chicken noodle soup.
I think chicken noodles like that'd be the other one.
That's the basic option, I know, but it's a classic. And it reminds me.
What about a crab soup? Would you bathe in a crab soup?
I don't
Cream
really
of crab.
Yeah, I'm not really into crab.
Honestly, I like broth. It'd be kind of nice if it was kind of bathed in the broth.
Chicken broth
Yeah.
or beef broth.
Well, that's the thing. Honestly, if I wanted like kind of like almost like a mud bath, I'd go for like almost like a stew kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. And Awkward Tad seconds the tomato bisque idea.
And tomato biscuits,
And the whole chicken noodle soup reminds me of the bread bowl from Panera. So
yeah,
and that's delicious. So
yeah.
all right. So now that we've discussed about bathing in soup, I think that's the time to end it.
Please enjoy the food.
I'll pretend I understood that reference.
Yeah, from the Squilliams Returns episode.
Oh yeah.
Remember, like he puts the soup under the guy's armpit.
Oh yeah. Better than the appetizer.
Yep. The appetizer's loose.
That's the cooking on the SS diarrhea for you.
God.
All right, so thank you, Aquatad, Jonesy, Eli, and everyone else for commenting. Be sure to join us next week for entrance exam and Dungeons and Dating. Good night, everybody.